I am not big on camping, like camping outdoors, because mosquitoes, bugs, animals, all kind of little creatures, spiders and stuff. But worse are bears. Like, I don't want to meet no bear, except on TV, like cuddly cute ones on cartoon ones. That's about it. So today our verse talks about meeting something that's worse than a bear robbed of its cubs. What can be worse than that? Well, stick around and find out in our series, Day 17 of Get Wisdom. Hello, everybody. Today is day 17 of our series, Get Wisdom. I'm Mr. Brown with Proclaim Ministries. You can find these videos on our YouTube channel, proclaimministries.com/getwisdom. You can also find them on our Instagram account, Proclaim Ministries, and even now on our Facebook. I put some new stuff on our Facebook page, so find us there as well. But hopefully you're joining us for this journey as we dig through the book of Proverbs and treasures so we can get wisdom. Well, today is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 12, which says, "Let a man meet a she-bear robbed of her cubs rather than a fool in his folly." So it's worse to meet a fool than a she-bear robbed, a female bear who just got her cubs got taken from her. That bear's got to be angry. And that's the reason I don't like camping. I remember talking to a friend named Jill. Hi, Jill. How you doing out there? And they were going camping, and they went camping, and they went not tent camping, not in cabins. I can deal with cabins with doors and locks on them, but they went camping in just backpacks and sleeping bags, right? And so she was telling me they just roll up in them. It's all tight and all their faces sitting out, and that's all they can see is their face, and they were warm in those little things. And then one day she came back and said, "Oh, yeah, it was so awesome. We think a bear came into our camp last night." You think what? You think a bear came into your camp while you were sleeping? And that's cool? Girl, you could have been somebody. You could have been that bear's wiener roll-up for all we know. We wouldn't even know you had died. Probably would have found your carcass, but the bear would have fun with you. And maybe that's not true. Maybe I just don't know enough about camping, but I could not imagine meeting a bear. And they tell you different things you can do, but bears are powerful and fast. And could you imagine meeting a bear and she think that you may have taken her baby cubs? I don't think there's much you can do about that. But what this proverb says is, it is much worse. There's a lot of comparison in the book of Proverbs, comparing this to that. But he says it's much worse for you to meet a fool in his foolishness than to meet that bear. Now, let you know that's foolish. Now, I was reading some commentaries on this, and they said that some of they may be thinking that maybe there's different levels of foolishness, or different fools for that matter, or people who are reckless. And as I grew up, I knew a lot of people in gangs, gangbangers, right? But I also knew what we call some wannabe gangbangers. And they lived in the suburbs, but they walk around with their pants sagging and so on and so forth. And, their parents might have had some money, whatever, but they wanted to identify with this lifestyle. And to me, those what we call wannabe gangbangers were more dangerous because they would do anything to prove that they were something they were not. And sometimes they didn't have the street smarts. They would just do crazy stuff to try to prove that they were something they're not. And so I think there's different levels of foolishness, or different types of fools, because it's a fool that has a gun that's worse than a fool who has a stick, maybe. A fool behind the vehicle of a car is different from a fool who has just in a store somewhere. And so I think it's important to understand when you mess around with people who may be foolish, you got to be careful. And that's why it's important. My mama told me who you run with matters. Don't be running around with those crazy fools out there, because guess what? That's dangerous, because you with them, you're going to end up being accountable for stuff that they've done. And so I know they can be cool, but if you're around people who are foolish, it's worse than you being chased down by a female bear who got her cubs robbed from her. This is some wisdom. And so apply that wisdom. And as you interact with people, are you dealing with a fool? Well, you got to be very careful. And don't run with fools. Don't run with people who are just making foolish upon foolish decision, who are ignoring discipline, ignoring reproof. As we looked at a couple days ago, that they don't love discipline, that they hate reproof, therefore they're stupid, the Bible calls them. And the Bible probably, we use that word stupid. I'm pretty sure probably in the original language it was worse than that. I mean, they would probably use way worse language than that to describe some of these people. And if you look at some of the Old Testament, there's a whole bunch of words out there that I can't even say today, but that's how to refer to them. So think about this. Meditate on this verse again. The verse for the day, chapter 17, verse 12. Let a man meet a she-bear robbed of her cubs rather than a fool in his folly. Be careful who you deal with, how you deal with them, because that is some dangerous stuff. Get wisdom. Get some wisdom. Thanks for joining us. I'd love to hear from you. You got any comments, leave it on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook page. Just visit our website, proclaimministries.com/getwisdom, and get some wisdom, because wisdom is the chief thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and all you're getting or whatever you get insight. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. I memorized that. That makes me smile. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.